Islam is a loving, peaceful religion. Do you have a verse in the Quran? No, but trust me, we know it is a loving, peaceful religion. Usama teach hate. Muhammad is not a descendant of Israel, therefore he cannot be a prophet. That's how I ended, really, to be honest with you. You know what? I'd like to answer your questions. I'm done. I'm not teaching. We stop teaching. Get some question answer. Thank you. Do you have a question, ma'am?
Well, not a question, an answer. Okay, we're going to take up a donation now for our speaker, Usama. So we'll be passing the can around. This one will go in this section, and we'll take this one and go that section, and one in the back. So I want to thank you all for coming too, and I'll let him finish up. Before I forget too, now remember that if you sign up on the sheet in the back or at the registration desk there, if you want to attend another session of his, if you come and you bring a friend, you will go free. The friend pays the $5. Okay? So that's a buy one, get one free. Everybody likes that, right? So there you go.
All right, let me talk a little bit about money. By the way, I do not get any money from a speaking engagement. As a matter of fact, as the president of the president of the Straightway Grace Ministry, myself, I have not received salary for the last 3 years. This is my 4th year. I don't get salary. You can go online and you can check our board minutes as a non-profit organization. You will find out I do not make a salary from this ministry. So, and this $5 is to pay for the expense. If you give a donation, you don't write a check to Usama Dakdok. If you write a check, write it to the Straightway Ministry. The Straightway Ministry. Sometimes people will even make a mistake and cut me a check for 20 or 50 or 100. God's my witness. You can go to my bank account and see I signed in the back and I insert it to the Straightway Ministry. So when Muslims say, he making $1,000, millions of dollars. Yes. That's why I sleep in my RV in parking lot. Okay, or in people's homes as we're staying right now with a friend. I don't have fun to stay in fancy places, but thank you for your service and for your giving us. And that donation will be used for God's glory for another speaking engagement. This is not cheap. RV is not cheap to fix or to run, but because of your donation, we'll be able to do this ministry, move from one city to another. I travel all over the country. Other people who does ministry like me will require 500 tickets. No, I will speak to 10 people. As a matter of fact, if you have 10 people in your living room during the day tomorrow, I will be free until 5 o'clock. If you want me to come to speak to a small group, 5, 10 people in your living room, I'll be happy to do so. So the numbers mean nothing, and the money is not. It was not ever the reason why we do this ministry. Otherwise, I should quit a long time ago. As a matter of fact, all the DVD sales, the ministry take all the money. The books I share the profit, even though my board give me the right to make all the profit out of my DVDs and out of my books. I said no, I will share the profit of the books so I can have some money to take care of my son. He's in college and take care of some of my expenses. At the same time, I can support the ministry. All this is available, and of course, if you want to investigate it. I'm not Donald Trump. I'm going to hide my information in case you guys were found out until I become a president. No. As a matter of fact, people tell me, aren't you afraid that the IRS will audit you? You know, they investigate you. I said, anytime I give more money to the ministries than most of you, and I don't get any money from this money you give to us. Period. So there's no people. If you want to lock me up for other reason, yeah, but not for the money's sake, because I don't make any money out of it. And I have a God faithful Christian, I believe 16 or 17 members in our board who serve freely, for free. None of them make money either. We're not the Clinton Foundation. Get money from the jihadis, the Mohammedans, so we can help her to become a president one way or another. No, we don't get any money from anybody else, period. And most of our donation come from small groups like you. All right, we're done with the money. Questions? If you have a question, please come on. Yes, sir.
Do a follow-up on Surah 53, on the follow-up is Muhammad the Prophet, Surah 53.
Surah 53. You're talking about the satanic verses?
Right, exactly. But he didn't believe he was an actual prophet. He had to be convinced by the Dajjal.
Man, now you want this answer? I'm going to go to this, what we have here. Listen up, guys. I'll do it quickly. Listen to this, and hopefully we can answer this question. How Muhammad really was convinced by his wife Khadija that he's a prophet? Okay, here we go.
Even until the age of 40, Muhammad did not know that he would be a prophet of Allah.
What was Muhammad doing until the age of 40? He was an idol worshiper. What he worshipped? A black stone. A black stone in the shape of a woman's vagina. A god of fertility. He kissed it, and every Muslim until they kiss it, he will not worship it. We just kiss it. But when they kiss it, they seek forgiveness for their sins. Go online, you see it. By the way, it's in pictures online. I'm not making this up. Okay, when you kiss an object and receive forgiveness for your sin, that is more than worship. The Bible did not say the wages of sin is kissing a stone, or kissing a cross, or kissing an empty tomb of Jesus, but he said the wages of sin is death. No forgiveness without shedding of blood, the Bible said. Without shedding of blood, there is no forgiveness of sin. You can kiss the cross of Jesus if you found it for the rest of your life. You can hug it, sleep with it, die with it. And when you die, if you don't believe that Jesus died on the cross for your sin and rose again, you will burn in hell forever. Kissing object will not give you forgiveness of sin. But that's what Muhammad used to do. Later, he invented the story that black stone used to be white. And Adam kissed it to receive forgiveness for his sin, and it turned a little bit gray, and Abraham kissed it a little bit gray, and every white person kissed it, and because a lot of people kissed it, it became so hard black. No, that is a fairy tale of Muhammadan story. No.
And he found you lost, Dalan, so he guided you.
Muhammad was lost. Dal means lost. According to Quran chapter 9, 93 verse 7. Allah guided him. How long he was lost? Until the age of 40. Because that's when Muhammad claimed to be a prophet. Now,
Guide us to the straight way, the way of those whom you have graced, the Muslims, not those whom the wrath is against, the Jews, nor the lost ones, the Christians.
notice now, I'm telling you what they mean by their prayer, and you, foolish America, bring Muslims to pray. Meetings, and they repeat that chapter 1 all the time. But they don't say the words of Muslims, they don't say the words of Jews, they don't say the words of Christians. They always say, God, this is the straight way, the way of those whom you have praised, not the one whom you wrath against, nor the last one. Now, do you know what they mean by those whom the wrath of Allah is against? It is the Jews. Do you know what they mean by the last one? It is a Christian. At the same time, they tell you, we love you and we worship the same God. Say a Muslim, I promise you. Go to meet your Muslim neighbor next meeting and ask the Imam to pray. He will be reading that verses. And then there might be someone say, Usama, you made this up, the Muslims, the Jews, and the Christian. I challenge you, I dare you to show me one Muslim scholar who does not agree with me. I challenge you, as a matter of fact, in many other English translation, you go online, read it. If you get my copy of the Quran in the back, there is clay.smith.name. Clay.smith.name. And download that document, it will give you 8 other English translators to the Quran. 4 of them or 5 of them put it exactly like I have. And they're Muslims. All Muslim scholars said that's what Allah meant by this word. But what we have here, that we are also lost people, Dalan, same word, which is Muhammad used to be before he became a prophet. How about this verse? Quran chapter 4, verse 116.
Surely Allah will not forgive the pardoning with himself, and he will forgive other than that to whom he wills. And whoever partners with Allah, so indeed have strayed far away astray.
This is a very powerful verse. It's the same word. God far away is Allah ba'ida. It's the same word which Allah described to Muhammad in Quran chapter 93 verse 7. That is unforgiven sin. To worship is wrong. To worship anything besides Allah, it is sin, cannot be forgiven. Muhammad was Dal. Muhammad sinned against Allah by worshiping that black stone. Muhammad continued to worship that black stone until he died. Even if he just was kissing it. And guess what? Having that black stone as partner with Allah causes Muhammad to spend eternity in hell. Now, how did Muhammad become a prophet? The question my brother said. I think it's a coming up piece here. Listen, we'll go.
And likewise, we reveal to you a spirit from our command. You did not know of what is the book, nor the faith, but we made it light. We guide by it whom we will of our servants, and surely you will guide to a straight way.
There's a verse concerning the spirit which met with Muhammad in the cave of Hara. How did Muhammad become a prophet? Here we go, listen carefully.
Muhammad claimed that he had a vision of a spirit while alone in a cave. Confused and afraid, ran to his wife Khadijah. She convinced him that it was the angel Gabriel, not a demon.
How did Khadijah convince Muhammad that that spirit who saw in the cave was angel, not a demon? First of all, what happened is this. Somebody hugged Muhammad so tight from behind him in the cave. to the point he could not breathe. So tight. And all what he heard from that someone is the word Iqra, recite or read. And he let him go, and Muhammad go, Ma ana biqari, I'm not reading. Second time, third time, and when he let him go the third time, he ran all the way to his wife Khadija at home. And he was so scared, he was so afraid, he was sweating, heavy sweat in that cold winter night. And he said, Zammiluni, Zammiluni, cover me, cover me. His wife, she said, calm down, Muhammad, it's going to be okay. But you don't understand, honey. He said, I do not know if it was a demonic spirit or a godly spirit. We have a young lady in the Bible. She was roughly 15, perhaps 16 years old. Her name is Mary or Miriam. And she saw Angel Gabriel. A young lady, she did not run away. She was not afraid. She was not sweat of fear. She talked to the angel. And she had a great conversation with him. We can read about it in the Gospel, Matthew and Luke. 40 years old man ran all the way home from the cave. Why? He was meditating, Muslims claim. If you are in a prayer and God sends you an angel, he may get shocked in the first second when you see an angel. But then he said peace to you, as in the Bible, all over about peace. And you start talking to those angels. The one thing you want to have at this moment, the one thing you wish to have at this moment, it is an iPhone or some smartphone. You know why? To take a selfie. Because I promise you, if you tell your friends the following day, I met an angel last night, they say, oh, yeah, all right, yeah, you met an angel. Maybe you listen to Usama too much. No. You don't get afraid of the angel. In the presence of God's creatures, angels, there's no fear. Just read the whole entire Bible. Young and old, men and women, Muhammad was so afraid. He ran to his wife Khadija. Then she said to him, Muhammad. He said, yes. He said, I will assure you what kind of spirit is this. But when you see him next time, let me test him for you. She's going to do a test. By the way, that test is still available on our website, in the Saudi Arabia official website. It's known by the test of Khadija and the proof of Muhammad prophecy. Now we know that Muhammad is a prophet. By that test, what happened to this? She sat down one time, he's at home, and he said, Khadija, honey, sweetheart. He didn't say these 3 words. He just talked to his wife, okay, I'm just making drama here. What? I see him. He is the spirit behind you. She couldn't see him. She said, okay, Muhammad, we'll do the test right now. Right now we'll do the test. So she sat down, and she asked Muhammad to sit on her left side. 60 years old woman holding her husband, Mr. Muhammad, 40 years old man on her left thigh, like he holding a baby. Do you still see him, Muhammad? Do you still see him? Yeah, he's still there. Okay, stand up, cookie. Sit on my right thigh. Do you still see him, Muhammad? Yeah, he's still there. Okay, Muhammad, stand up. Sit between my legs. How? I do not know. Just use imagination. Maybe like holding a baby tied between her legs. Do you still see Muhammad? Yeah, he's still there. She go. She does not know what to do. And then, in the stories they will tell you, she uncovered her burqa, her hijab, the covering for her hair. Excuse me. Muhammad was not a prophet. The hijab did not come for another 15 years in the Quran. How in the world Khadija have a hijab or a burqa to cover her hair? No, she actually uncovered some part of her body. She became nude. She showed a little bit of her breast or a little bit of her leg. Something. She showed something naked. And she says, Muhammad, do you still see the spirit? He said, no, the spirit left the room. She said, actually, Ibn Am, good news, my cousin. This is not a demonic spirit, that's an angel. Angel Gabriel. How? How in the world she know that? I mean, there are plenty of angels. Could it be Michael? Could it be anybody? No, Angel Gabriel. She knows. How? Because she believed that if it was a demonic spirit, the demons would leave the room when she took her clothes off. No. Demons love to look at naked women. I promise you go to any nightclub where they have topless dancer, there's lots of demons there. Joe, look at it, he's dancing. But since the spirit left the room immediately after she did what she did in her test, now she knew for sure that must be an angel, because angels cannot be in a room where a woman take her clothes off or show some part of her body. That is the test of Khadija, which proved to Muhammad and to all the Muslims in planet Earth that Muhammad is a prophet. Really? Really? God help us. Another question. Yes, sir. Thank you.
Right here?
Yeah, anybody?
Okay. I'm confused, and I'm hoping you can help me here.
Sure.
I was marking the number of times that you said stupid,
Yeah.
and it was about 40.
Okay.
And I hear you say that you really want to show people Jesus.
Yes.
And I'm a Christian.
Mhm.
And I'm wondering how that will show people Jesus.
Good. If you go to the Bible, anybody have a Bible? Bible, Book of Proverbs, chapter 30, verse 2. Anybody have a Bible? Proverbs chapter 30, verse 2. Brother Ajur, the man who wrote the book of wisdom. The book of Proverbs is wisdom. He wrote only that chapter 30. He said in verse 2, I am more stupid than any man. The word stupid is not a bad word. I know maybe you as a grown-up, young child, and you say the word stupid, you want to say, don't say the word stupid. It's a bad word. That's what I call political correctness. That is the stupidity of America. If you go to Galatians, the little Galatians, Apostle Paul wrote to the Galatians, to the Christians of Galatia, and he said, you foolish Galatians. There's nothing wrong to use the word foolish. When I tell you the Quran teaches nothing but the killing and the destruction of America, there is not one verse in the Quran teaching love and peace. And I go speak in a meeting, and I see 100 to 200 people standing outside protesting me that I'm teaching it. You know what I call them? I call them useless, useful idiot. And if they ever attend my meeting and they still believe in it, I call them stupid, useful idiot. That is the description. If you are a beautiful lady, I said, you are a beautiful lady. If you are ugly, I say, I'm sorry, you're not that attractive, you're ugly. But in America, you don't say to a lady, you're ugly, or you're fat, or you're skinny. In America, we're so polite, we're so nice, we're so naive. But the reality, my dear sister, is this. If you have a child and you love that child so much, and you see the child running behind a red ball or green ball in the street, and you see the 18 wheels coming as fast as you can imagine, 60 miles an hour, 70 miles an hour, and they're going to crush your child or your grandchild, you will do everything you can to run to see the child. You will scream, you will shout, you will run, you scratch on the street, literally, you scratch her face, her hand, but blood will be running from her face and hand. Why? Because you love her so much. I love you as a nation so much. And I cannot tell you, sweetheart, watch, there's an 18 wheels come, ooh, goodbye, it's too late, you're crushed. Islam is greater danger than anything you can ever imagine for America. America will not be destroyed by any person or any foreign enemy attack. It will be destroyed from within. As a matter of fact, that is the history of civilization. If you study, I guarantee you, Egyptian was destroyed by the Egyptian inside. The Roman and the Greek and all the history, study history. The greater you are as a nation, the 100% you will be destroyed from within. And the American people are doing the dumbest of the dumb. 7 years after September 11, Mr. Bush lied to you, and he lied to you, and he lied to all of you for 7 years. And I spoke against him for 7 years, even though I voted for him twice. One before I spoke against him, and 7 years after September 11, by calling him a liar. And people tell me, Pastor Usama, in America we respect the president's office. You don't call the president a liar. And as a matter of fact, some of the conservative churches, they'll never have me back. Because they saw I'm a Democrat, and I don't like Bush, so I speak against him, and I call him a liar. Why do I call him a liar? Because he lied to the American people by telling us, and if you come to my meeting, I think tomorrow or after tomorrow, when I talk about some of the lies of Bush, as I'm going to let him say it again. You're going to hear him again. Islam is love, Islam is peace. I believe deep in my heart that Mr. George W. Bush was John the Baptist of Barack Hussein Obama. Let me say it again. If you don't know anything about the Bible, there's a prophet, his name is John the Baptist, who prepared the way for Jesus. He came before Jesus, he smoothed everything for Jesus, he taught people about repentance, he baptized people for repentance, and because of John the Baptist, Jesus had better, easier ministry. He prepared the way. It's a prophecy, must be fulfilled. Now, if it was not for George W. Bush, Obama could not be a senator. When the American people in September 11 were united, very united. I've been in this country for 24 years. Never saw the American people one hand. There was no Republican Democrat on September 11 days. There were flags flying all over America, and that flag had one nation under God, J-R-D, capital J-R-D. United we stand. You know what Bush said? Not Mr. Trump, to make fun of Marco Rubio. He got a glass of water and he do cool off all the American people. Telling us Saudi Arabia is our friends, these terrorists and all the speeches and the lies he said about Islam. What did Bush say? What Bush did this? He did the political correctness. He softened you up, he calmed you down, and because of that, we end with Islam in America today. Obama became a president in America today. Believe me, have we told the truth then? We will not have Obama president today, and will not have these thousands and thousands of not Muslim refugees. I'm talking about the jihadi Muslims who are coming in the middle of the refugees, and all these people are going to do their job very well done. It will be very well done 15 years from now, in my estimation, because Muslim told us in the year 2030 there will be 50 million Muslim in America. That is 14 years from now. And when you get 50 million Muslim in America, that will be the exact number where Muslim needed to have the upper hand. If you know the Quran, you go to Quran chapter 47 and verse 35. Quran 47, 35. Allah said, do not be weak, do not call for peace when he has the upper hand. Muslims do not have the upper hand today in America, but they will. They are practicing taqiyya. Quran chapter 3, verse 28. That's when Allah said, believers do not take infidels for friends, rather than believers. Whoever among you takes them for a friend, become one of them. And then Allah said, except, I'm sorry, I'm mixing two verses now. And he said, and if you take them as a friend, you have nothing to do with Allah. It means you're not going to lose the protection of Allah. Just a minute, I'm coming to you. But then he said, except, here's the exception in the Quran, beautiful word, except, that you should guard yourself from them cautiously. To protect yourself from the Americans, you can take them as friend. And here is the interpretation of the great Muslim scholars, Al-Jalalain, Ibn Kathir, Al-Tabari, Al-Qurtubi, all of them. You can take them as friend. If you are afraid of them, you can take them as a friend with your tongue, not with your hearts. And that is before the glory of Islam. And this can be practiced to whoever live in a country is not strong in it. This can be practiced by any Muslims who live in any country that are not strong in it. That's why we have so many wonderful Muslims today in America. Two reasons. Because they're practicing taqiyya, Quran 3:28, or because they're ignorant of Islam. And if they're ignorant of Islam, they demand our love. They demand us to reach out to them, to teach them and train them about Islam. So back to your question, my dear sister, stupid is not a bad word. It is a description of the Americans. 7 years after September 11, America appointed a first Muslim president who literally ruined this country. You have no idea what he did. I know, because I know it. You know what? John Brennan, the head of CIA, is a Muslim man. Now we got Muslims working all over the country. We have Muslim Brotherhood. You don't know what Muslim Brotherhood, because they never burned a church in the country. They burned all my country, Egypt. Brotherhood started with Sayyid Qutb and millions of Egypt today. You have never been to Egypt. You know what I'm talking about. The Brotherhood are walking in and out of the White House daily. I challenge you to walk to the White House if you choose. I'm talking about, we have their names, we have their pictures, we know their position. Dalia Mujahid, for example, he's one of Obama's spiritual advisor. Dalia Mujahid, a lady in a hijab. What's wrong with hijab? Nothing. Until you know Islam. If she wears a hijab, if she grows a beard, that means they will nail you someday. They're Muslim crossing the T's and dotting the I. They're not just Muslim by name. You see some Muslim by name, a lady showing her hair makeup, she cares less about wearing a hijab. Her name is Dalia Mujahid. Her name alone should stop her from coming near the White House. Dalia Mujahid. What is the word Mujahid? You don't know what the word Mujahid is? It's a person who performs jihad. If you don't know what is a person who performs jihad and what jihad is, read the Quran. 26 verses. Where you can learn about the jihad of Islam. What is the jihad they teach your children, boys and girls in your public school? Jihad is struggle to do good. Jihad is to work hard and study to get your A's, and mommy cooks some good food and keeps the house clean. And jihad is for daddy to work so hard to make money to take care of your family. That's not jihad. That's what I call hogwash jihad. Propaganda jihad. Love my foot jihad. Jihad, 26 verses of the Quran, when you read them with the interpretation of all Muslim scholars, it is holy war to kill the infidels. Yes, sir.
So, you said, when they get their 50 million, so until then you think all Muslims are just like super agents, they're trying to fighting their time for
Exactly. What is the difference between...
Okay, there are a billion Muslims on the planet. You think they're all in on it?
I'm sorry, what?
There are a billion Muslims on the planet. You think they're all in?
They're all what?
They're all in on it.
I think it's a very smart question, coming from a dumb heart.
Well, that's because I think we're doing the same thing.
No, you understand. The Muslim in Europe, if you know anything about history, made the same circle which we see the Muslim in America do today. What is the difference between Muslim in France and Muslim in this town here? What the name was this town? Saint what? Little Falls. Little Falls. What's the difference? The Muslim in Paris are 100% the same as the Muslim in your city here, if you have any. The only difference is the numbers. They believe in the same Allah. They believe in the same Quran. They believe in the same Muhammad. They eat the same food. They wear the same clothes. As a matter of fact, we have enough evidence that Muslims in America are more bold and more guts as they go and speak to our stupid Democrat legislator, convincing them to practice Sharia as Islamic law in America. They have not done this in Europe 40 years ago. They just started doing it now, the last 7-8 years. As we have many courts practice Sharia now all over Europe. And it's called the red zone, where the European cannot go, the policeman cannot go, the security safety, they cannot go. It's just spaces belong to Muslim only. You cannot go there yourself unless you say the Shahada, they will welcome you. So, what's the difference between Muslim and Muslim? Here's the media. Well, Muslim in Europe did not assimilate, but Muslim in America are very assimilating. Really? Let me give you this. Show me one family in America who will allow their sons and their daughter to become a Christian. Zero. Show me one family in America who will allow their daughter to marry a Christian man who will not say the Shahada, who will not become Muslim. Zero. I'm not talking about 50 family, guys. I'm not talking about 100 family. We got 13 million live in America. But not one family. They will kill their daughter, sir. Yes, ma'am. They will kill the son in America if they ever become a Christian. Oh, no, I'm not finished. I'm not. Or if they just marry a man they love who is not a Muslim. So can Muslims all over the world do exactly what I'm telling you is going to do here in America? They will. When they take over America, you are not smart as a Muslim. As a matter of fact, you are naive when I compare you to the Muslims. In the state of Florida, a Muslim went to the stupid Democrat and they said, we want to have Sharia in the state of Florida. So Governor Scott, bless his soul, the conservative Republican, he want to end that. As a matter of fact, I've been fighting this now for almost 9 years to stop the Muslims from even uttering the word Sharia in our state. This is my home state. It's my sweet home. You want to give your stupid state to the Muslim, go ahead, give it to them. But I'm not going to let Florida go. That's my home state. If it is, I will leave. I'll go somewhere else. But here's the truth. Governor Scott, bless him, Lord Jesus, pray for him. Make a bill, 386. Write it down if you're a Democrat and you love the party of yours. 386. Go online, check it out if you have a smartphone. And that bill said, very easy, we will not allow the Muslims to practice Sharia, Islamic law, in the courts of the state of Florida. When I read that bill, I said the chance for that bill to pass is zero slim. Why? Because we tried the same thing in Oklahoma, and a liberal judge, a black lady liberal judge appointed by Mr. Clinton, turned it over. Even though the people voted 70 for it and 30 against it. And you know what is the 30? Dumb American who don't know what Sharia is, because there's less than 1% of the people of Oklahoma are Muslims. So the dumb American voted with the Muslims, they want to have Sharia. So, 386 the bill, here's the vote. Are you ready? 24 Republican senator in the state of Florida said yes, we will not allow them to do it. All 14 dumb Democrats said no. 78 congressmen and women in my home state, Florida, said yes, we will not allow them to practice Sharia. 74 out of the 78 are Republican, 4 Democrat, they were coming up for re-election. And the rest of the 42 un-American dumb Democrat voted no. So all the Democrats in my state, except 4 who come up for election, they don't mind it at all. Like many of the stupid Americans in the state of Minnesota would love to have Muslims here anytime. And they'll give them the country. So they just have them. I have no right to have them. But you know what? Come on Friday and I'll tell you what is my rules for having Muslim in America. Friday. Come even Friday. Not yet. Nothing. Yes, sir. So that's my rules. So that's the truth. These are Democratic agenda because they're stupid or useful idiot. They're used by the Muslims. They don't care. The Council of American Islamic Christian, which you will be happy to dance with them here in your state, Minnesota. These are jihadi organization, not by Usama Dakdok, it's by our government from the Holy Land Foundation trial. If you don't know anything about the Holy Land Foundation trial and you love the Muslims so much, maybe you need to investigate that trial in America. Trial in America. In it, we found a 30 jihadi organization. With the memorandum we found in this trial, it should shock the bones out of you if you have any blood in you running by the USA names. They're telling us their plan for the future of America. It was written in 1978 by Akram and was revised in 1991, 10 years before September 11. And your politician and your government and your leaders, Republican, Democrat alike, did nothing to stop this 30 jihad organization. One of them is ISNA, one of them is MSA, Muslim Student Association. You love them so much, you meet with them, you hug them, and you kiss them. As a matter of fact, if you want to marry your daughter, sir, you're going to give it to him. And CARE, the Council of American Islamic, 30 jihadi organization. These people walk in the White House today as the free owners of this land. These people cannot do nothing in my home country, the Muslim country region. My president, Mohammed al-Sisi, his name is Mohammed al-Sisi, he's a Muslim guy. He will kill them. This Muslim Student Association in any college in Egypt. They will arrest them, they refuse to arrest them, they will be shot on the spot in the schools. Because he knows what brotherhood can do to Egypt. They will destroy our country. But here in America, you hug them and you kiss them and you call them brothers and sisters. You love them and you will have coffee with them and you will agree with them that you somehow teach hate. What a stupid nation. I have a sister in the back, if you don't mind, we're going to come to you because she lives in Hensel. Yes, ma'am.
Thank you. I just wanted to know what your assessment of the people who made that declaration.
Sister, if you can find me a verse in the Quran, to stop violence, I will join that group. That does not exist. They're practicing propaganda Islam. I told you, taqiyya. I'm going to do this to protect myself in the next 10 years. And when the Muslim in America has the upper hand, it will not be but hell on earth.
So you think that he is playing a game?
I'm sorry, what?
You think he's playing a game?
Playing a game, absolutely. Zudi Jasser, we demand that debate was there for the last 10 years. He will refuse to debate any Christian. He will refuse to debate any Muslims. No, that's just me. There's Muslim, the true jihadi Muslim believers, who want to debate him. Have you ever heard Zudi Jasser quote the Quran to support any of his teaching? No. Have you ever read a verse of the Quran where Muslims support, in our textbooks, a verse of the Quran to support the lies Muslims teach in our textbooks? No. It's just take my word for it. You saw my teaching hate and take my word for it. I'm sorry. That's a lie. Sir.
I don't have a question. I'm just going to make a statement. There was a church in Alexandria that they brought a Muslim in to show how the Muslims were. All that came out of his mouth that night was milk and honey.
Was what? Milk and honey? Yeah.
Oh, just as sweet could be.
Yeah, I get it.
A lady in the audience said, asked him, first he said, go on, take questions. Well, she stood up and said, do you believe that Jesus Christ was the Son of God? His word was vehemently no.
Well, that's Islam. I mean, why, yeah.
But I mean, they had brought this Muslim in to show how Muslims
Brother,
work.
when churches bring Muslims to their congregation, to their pulpit, they're digging grave. As a matter of fact, finish your song and have something to share. Go ahead.
And there was another lady that got up and started saying the Apostles' Creed. The pastor of the church.
Ask her to sit down.
He said, you were out of order.
Yeah.
And shortly later on, they ushered this woman out of the church.
Brother, I've been kicked out of many churches in America with a policeman. Just raising my hand to ask a question. God is not with us. We have videos for it. In the church meeting like that, and the question answered, and I raised my hand, and they said, sir, out.
Out.
Because I told them, my name is Usama Dakdok, and I call this church, let them know who I am, and I come to the meeting. They do not allow me to ask questions. They call the police on me, kick me out of my church just for raising my hand to ask a question.
But they invited this man.
Listen.
The sanctuary was about 3/4 full. So this was shortly after the death and resurrection of our Lord Jesus Christ.
Easter. Amen.
They told her she was out of order. She says, and they said, "You've got to go." And this lady says, "Do you want it?" To the parishioners in the church, "Do you want me to stay or go?" A lot of them said, "Go, go," almost like
Get rid of her.
crucify her.
Yeah, exactly.
They took her out by the arm.
Okay, let me share a story.
On my shirt it says,
Yeah.
"Wake up, America."
Amen. 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 Let me share a story with you. Just a few weeks ago, I got a phone call from a lady.
Oh, by the way, thank you.
Thank you, brother. Appreciate it. A lady called me from Grand Forks. That's where the Muslims start always speaking against me. And teach hate, and the mayor, and some professors, and they got me from other states. And because that lady called me literally 2 months ago, or maybe 2.5 months ago, crying on the phone. She have a son, 27 years old. And he told her, "Mama, I no longer believe that Jesus is the Son of God. I no longer believe that Jesus died on the cross. He's a good prophet, he's a good teacher, he's a good man." And he's marrying a Muslim lady. He became a Muslim. He's marrying a Muslim lady. She called me, "How can you help me to save my son?" He go to the same church, which the preacher stood outside protesting me when I spoke in the theater. 27 years old man became Muslim. And I told her, "What do you expect? When a preacher brings the Muslims to his church, and they does worship the same God." And it's amazing. 2 days ago, I did this presentation. And a lady said, "Brother Usama, I went to another church." I'll give you, brother. I went to another church with her sister. All the people were white hair, all people. She said 70s, 60s, 70s, and there were big group there. And the Muslim lady stood up and speak for an hour. And she said, everything's sweet, everything was nice. And she said, the only difference, listen guys, the only difference between Islam and Christianity, we don't believe Jesus is God. And the people in the church, she said, the lady, she said, I was sitting in the back, Usama, and all of them shaking their head and they're smiling, they're happy with it. The only difference is my God is not your God, and that is the only difference. Excuse me, if Jesus is not God, you might as well throw your Bible in the trash can. Because the reality is, Islam does not teach Jesus is God, or he is the Son of God, or he died on the cross. And sadly, yesterday, two ladies, I forget them, sister, one wife, and they come to you. Two ladies, one is married to a Muslim man, another one, she came with her boyfriend, he's a Muslim man, 26 years old. Believe me, she does not know where is the book of Genesis. I said, let me share with you where that we know Jesus is God. I said, let's go to the book of Genesis. God's my witness. I gave her the Bible. She opened the Bible in the middle, looking back and forth. I said, Genesis is the first book of the Bible. She said, my mama never taught me anything about the Bible. I never read the Bible. 26 years old, smart lady. She worked for a Muslim company. She fell in love with this young man, Muslim man from Syria, and soon she will be marrying him. Why? Because the churches does not mind to bring these Muslims to speak, and everything is cool and sweet. You present in you. Go ahead, brother.
So there are some radical passages in the Bible.
Yes, indeed.
The story of Abraham, to me, is totally radical.
Not Abraham. Abraham is not radical. You mean after Abraham, when you go to Moses and Joshua.
Abraham, the guy who's going to kill his son because he...
My friend, Abraham did not kill his son. God was testing him, period. He was not killing. He didn't kill his son.
His brother will kill his son. Only story he chose faithful and he won't kill his son. That to me is extremely radical.
Okay.
And I think most Christians would disregard that.
No, that's not true. I don't believe any Christian would disregard it. Brother, let me say something for a minute. If you want to talk about savage passages of the Bible, they're much better than Abraham. You see? Okay, just a minute. You're making yourself fool.
That's right.
There are more verses in the Bible talking about killing women, crush their head, cut their womb. If you want to talk about savage passages in the Bible, there are. You don't know it. You have not even read the Bible. Abraham is not just but a test. It's just a test. The Muslim believe it, the Christian believe it, the Jewish believe it. Nobody will deny it. Anybody deny the story of Abraham in the Bible? The account of Abraham? No. So you don't know. If you talk about this bad passages of the Bible, plenty. I can teach you. I'm talking about killing people, behead everybody, kill everybody. You go start with Moses, and after Moses you go to Joshua, all the way until David. Now, you want to talk about savage passages in the Bible? Now, we know the Bible teaches about savage, and now you don't believe in the Bible. That's right? Good. I'm glad That's usually. Now, let's answer this question. What do you do, ladies and gentlemen, with all the savage passages in the Bible? There are plenty, I promise you. My new book is about that. Exposing the truth about jihad, holy war, in the Bible and in the Quran.
My point is not to discredit the Bible. I have respect for Christians. I love Christians. My point is, sane people of any religion, I'm sure there are radical pastors in Judaism, Hinduism, Buddhism. Most sane people disregard more radical pastors.
I'm not going to disregard it. I'm going to answer it right now. Okay, can I answer your question? I gave you a brother. I gave you an excuse. I gave you a better excuse than Abraham, because Abraham is not a violence. I give you a better one. I can read you now passage in the Bible when God said, kill the last one of them. The woman pregnant, cut the woman up and kills the baby inside them. That's a savage. Okay? Now let's answer this. The wages of sin is death. Death in the Bible is three. There's a spiritual death, and there's a physical death, and there's an eternal death. Hell, forever. Forever. Now, throughout the Bible, we see God is a just God. He will not punish anyone unless that someone knows that what he will do, not what he did, what he will do if he ever did is wrong, and the punishment is death. He did not say, oh, Adam, you ate from the tree. I was going to tell you, if you ate from it, you will surely die. He said, no, Adam, don't eat from the tree. Because the day you eat from the tree, you will surely die. God is just God. So, I'll give you a simple example. If you and I drive in the car right now on the road outside, and there's no sign in the streets. There's no stop sign, there's no speed limit, and you and I go as fast as we go, and we do everything weird. Wild. No cops can ever give us a ticket. Why? Because there's no stop sign, there's no red light, green light, there's no speed limit. But if there's a sign in the street that says stop, and a red light, and the speed limit is 35 or 25, we have to obey these laws, and if we don't obey the laws, then guess what? We get a ticket. As a matter of fact, the more we do, the greater the punishment. You can get arrested if you go through a red light in a school zone with a good 60, 70 miles an hour instead of 20. You will be arrested, I promise you. And if you kill somebody, most likely you're going to spend life in jail. If not, you die. So, the rules was given in the Bible before the punishment was forced. When the whole world was so chaos, and there is no hope for it to be fixed, God flooded planet Earth. Flooded it. Lots of women, lots of children, all of them, everybody drowned, except 8, as I mentioned earlier, Noah and his family. Was God the cruel God? How about the children? How about the innocent one who died in the flood and they did nothing wrong? You know what? The wages of sin is death. Have these children sinned? No, they will not die. It's eternal death. Physical death is natural. I mean, you right now drive a car fast, will hit another car, a mama and a dad and 3 babies, they get killed in the car. That's not because the baby made a mistake, no, because you and I were drunk and hit this car and instantly inside that they died. So, the result of sin is death, physical death, but not one child of all those who drowned in that flood will go to hell. Why? Because God is a just God. He will not punish us eternally. We're going to die. The physical death is a natural of the spiritual death. Every one of us die. Every one of us will going to die, not yet sin. So, that's the reality about death. Now, you go to a little bit later, God, he said he will not flood the earth again. You go to Sodom and Gomorrah, and people were sinning, right and left. They just love to sin against God. And he burned these 5 cities with fire. Was God a cruel God? No, but wait a minute, there were children there. There were women there. People instantly. Those who die without sin will not be punished the eternal punishment, the eternal death. Those who die with sin, they will spend eternity in hell. So on, go on in the Bible now. Let's go to some passages in the Bible. So savage. So savage. Kill them all. Why? Because God just doesn't like them. No. The Amorites, 6 nations. If you go to Genesis chapter 15, the Amorites, 6 nations. God promised Abraham that he would give all this land to his descendants. How many children Abraham had at the time? None. None. 9 years old, no children. He believed God. But then God showed him a bad dream, a very frightening dream. Darkness and smoke. Okay? And then God gives an interpretation to the dream to Abraham. He said, your descendants, your children, whom you never have any yet, will be taken to captivity in a foreign land. 400 years. And when they come out of this land, they will come out rich, and they will come to take over this land. He said, why? He said, because the sin of the Amorites have not yet been full. Wait a minute. So the punishment of these people in this land, because their sin was not full, God have to wait another 400 years. You know how much grace and mercy God have on these people? 400 years, keep sinning, keep sinning, keep sinning. And when they sin up to the rooftop of the roof, no more room for any more sin. God told Moses to kill them. Why? Because their sin isn't full. How about the children, the babies inside the mom's womb, and all these? When these people die, the children, the innocent one, will not see eternal death. They will not go to hell. They will go to heaven. Now, I can go on this for a long time. You can read my book. It's 800 pages. But no, wait. I'm coming close. We'll move to the New Testament. Brother, let me finish. I'll give you the four again. I promise you. We'll move to the New Testament. And still people sinning. And the reason is this. And God loved me so much, He wanted to do one final jihad. I call it in my book, the holiness of the jihad, the best jihad you can ever do. Because that is the jihad which will not just cover sin, will get rid of sin. And that's when God sent His Son, Jesus Christ, who died on the cross for our sin. Notice, people say, why bad things happen to good people? My friend, there is no good people. If you left these children, the Amorite children, alone, they will grow up to sacrifice their own sons. You know what? They were worshiping the god Baal. You know how they worship him? No, bowing down. Oh, you know, God Baal. No, they grabbed their sons and daughter, put them on the altar, burned them alive to worship that. And that's why God said, don't you dare leave any of them alive. If you do, they will infiltrate you and they will make you worship like them. And guess what they did? They kept some alive. And guess what happened? The children of Israel sinned and they worshiped the god Baal and they offered their sons and daughters to sacrifice. Wow. And God punished the children, the Jewish people. By the way, you can see in my new book more examples of God's judgment on His own people, the Jews, more than the Gentile of the world. Why? Because they know better. The more you know, the better you'll be punished. And killed thousands and thousands of His own Jewish people because of their sins. But the greatest sacrifice of all, my Lord and my Savior Jesus Christ, a righteous man who know not sin, God the Father put Him on the cross for my sins and yours. Jesus did not die because He had something wrong with Him, not even one thought. He was the perfect Lamb of God. And He died to show the love of God. The love of God met with the justice of God. God loved me so much, He does not want me or you, any one of us here tonight, to spend eternity in hell. But that God who loved me so much is a just God. It's like a coin. One side love, one side justice. If you look at the coin of God, the love, everybody will go to heaven. Hitler, Muhammad, anyone. Everybody will go to heaven. But if you look at the just God, the side just God of that coin, nobody will see heaven. But on that cross, the final jihad, the justice met with the love. Jesus paid for my sin and your sin, and God showed me His love in action. And in that one final jihad, no more killing. Peter got a smart guy. He got the sword out to cut the ears of the servant of the high priest. And Jesus said, put your sword back in his pocket. God said, put it back. Get some blood out of it, and it was completely healed. Jesus did not come to fight. Christianity came to end killing when Jesus took our place on the cross. More 600 years later, a man by the name of Muhammad said, you believe in Jesus, Son of God, down the cross, Trinity, you're an infidel, I have to kill you. And I have to take everything you got. And that's what the Muslims did for the last 400 years. That killing is not like the killing of the Bible. Period. Period, my friend. So if you don't understand the true justice and the system of the Bible, the killing has no clue. Why not? You know, for me, let me go back to the street now. Go to the street. You and I driving our cars, sitting together, having a nice drive, and 25 miles an hour. We went 25 miles an hour. Stop sign, we stopped. And then there's a red light, we stop, green, we turn the signal, we did everything perfect. And the cops come to arrest us and put us in jail. As a matter of fact, He just gave an order that we will be hung the following day because we did everything right. Is this a justice? That's exactly what Muhammad and his Allah did. Killing Christian for being a Christian because they trust in the ultimate gift of the love of God, Christ, who died for them. You have a question, man. I'm sorry. You want to rebuttal?
Saturday in the Bible, and we need to discredit the Bible, and no interest in that. My point is that sane people, Muslims and Christians, will both disregard the radical passages, thinking that all Muslims are just
Okay, I got your point. My friend, I don't judge. Here's the answer for this. I apologize. I may misunderstand you. I don't judge Christianity by what Christians say or do. I don't judge Islam by what Muslims say or do. I judge Christianity by the teaching of the Bible, and I judge Islam by the teaching of the Quran and Muhammad. Let me finish.
People on both sides are...
My friend, I don't care if none of the Christians, if all these people here in the world, okay, if all the people ignore the teaching of the Bible, they are not Christians. You're not getting my point. Christianity says love your enemy. Islam said kill the Christians. You understand the difference?
Muslims won't do that.
Most Muslims do not do that. Okay, good. How many Muslims do that? Give me a number, percentage. The liberals said 20%. By the way, there are not 1 billion Muslims in the world, there are 1.5. If we go for 20% of, let me finish. 1.5 billion Muslims in the world. If we go for 20%, that's 300 million. If we go for 10%, that's 150 million. If I give you today, sir, a bag of M&M, the beautiful M&M, 1,000 pieces in it, green, red, yellow, brown, chocolate, nice nut in it, fresh, 1,000 pieces. And there's only one piece with poison. And if you eat that one piece, you will die on the spot.
These aren't M&Ms, these are people. You're talking about holding some people.
For heaven's sake. My friend, there are more Muslims in America to burn this country twice in 5 minutes who are jihadi, according to Muslim scholars.
Come from Syria and they're trying to destroy it here. Why would we do that?
I'm sorry, say again, what?
Why would like a refugee from Syria come to America and then think, hey, I should destroy this?
Because that's why they're here. That's why they're coming. That's ridiculous. Okay, let me show you a video. Are you ready to watch a video? Every one of you. I'm going to show you not Muslims in Syria. I'm going to show you Muslims in America. Let's watch this video together. I'm going to show you the Muslim in America, sir. And don't tell me they're not here. You're just ignorant of the truth. Let's go. Okay. Guys, calm down. Calm down. We have a good video here to watch. So I'll prove to you how many Muslims in America want you and I dead. It's easy. Praise God, with God's approve. You want to prove? Hopefully after you watch this video, you change your attitude towards this matter. And maybe we cover this video again in the future. It was a very important video. Really? Everybody?
Yes. Go for it.
Okay, it's only 5 minutes, and we'll give our friend here the answer why he's wrong about what he said. Listen up, guys. Listen up, guys. Listen up, please. Listen up, everybody. We're not talking across here. Last video for tonight. Hopefully this will give my friend an idea about what's going on here in America. Or lovers' voice.
My question is about the media and how they always attack the Muslims or Islam in particular. While for some certain things, for example about gays, and they always attack us and the teachings towards this matter, for example. While in Christianity and in Judaism, it's the same punishment that exists. You know, I mean, it's haram and. So why they're always, for example, focusing on Islam and not Judaism or Christianity, while, for example, also in Jerusalem, for those who've been to Jerusalem and the bosses in Jerusalem, for example, women sit separate than men, for example. You know, so why, like 5 minutes ago or early, we were asked about why Muslims has to be sitting separate, you know, men and women, but they never ask these questions to Jews or Christians, why specifically Muslims or Islam.
Didn't you answer this question yesterday? And you said that you need to ask the media.
Yeah, it's true.
Yeah.
But he's the answer. He was not here, but the other people were here. The other people will suffer because of you.
The
answer is very simple. Islam is the truth. And Christianity and Judaism are not the truth.
Could I give a comment regarding this topic? May I, Sheikh? Yeah, but you are the Sheikh. You are the doctor. MashaAllah. Can we have the camera? Can we have this camera focusing on all the audience, sir? Can we have this camera focusing on all the audience? Because every now and then, every time we have a conference, every time we invite a speaker, they always can come with the same accusations. This speaker supports death penalty for homosexuals. This speaker supports death penalty for this crime or that. He is homophobic. They subjugate women, etc., etc., etc. It's the same old stuff coming all the time. And we always try to tell them, I always try to tell them that, look, it's not that speaker that we are inviting who has these extreme radical views, as you say. These are general views that every Muslim actually has. Every Muslim believes in these things. Just because they're not telling you about it, or just because they're not out there in the media, doesn't mean they don't believe in them. So I will ask you, everyone in the room, how many of you are normal Muslims? You're not extremists, you're not radical, just normal Sunni Muslims. Please raise your hands. Everybody, mashallah, subhanallah. Okay, take down your hands again. How many of you agree that men and women should sit separate? Please raise your hands. Everyone agree. Everyone agree. Brothers and sisters. Subhanallah. So it's not just these radical sheikhs then. Allahu Akbar. Next question. How many of you agree that the punishments described in the Quran and the Sunnah, whether it is death, whether it is stoning for adultery, whatever it is, if it is from Allah and His Messenger, that is the best punishment ever possible for humankind, and that is what we should apply in the world. Who agrees with that? Allahu Akbar. Are you all radical extremists? Subhanallah. So all of you are saying that you are common Muslims, you all go to the different masajid, no way, or is it, are you like a specific sect, like the Islam net sect or anything like that? Are you like that? No? Is it, are you like that? Please raise your hand if you like this extreme Islam net sect or anything like that. No one. Allahu Akbar. How many of you just go to these normal masajids in Norway, the normal Sunni mosques? Please raise your hands. Allahu Akbar. So what's the politicians gonna say now? What is the media gonna say now? That we're all extremists? We're all radicals? We need to deport all of us from this country? Subhanallah. Allahu Akbar. Takbir! 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 May we have the next question, please? From the sister side.
Assalamu alaikum.
Wallahi, this is the best answer I have ever heard. Okay, do you allow me to copy your answer in other places?
Of course, sir.
But of course I will claim it to myself.
It's copyright, sir. Copyright.
They did a study in Egypt. And Egypt is a top moderate Muslim country, if there is such a thing. 82% of the Egyptian, not 10% or 20% as your stupid liberal telling you in America. 82% of Egypt said if their daughter have sex before she get married, they will stone her. 80% of the Egypt, not Saudi Arabia, not Afghanistan, not Pakistan, not Bangladesh, not Indonesia, Egypt. We have the Hollywood. We got beaches in Egypt where people can go swim with bikinis. The top moderate Muslim countries, they said 80%, if their sons or daughter, or wife or husband, mother or father, become a Christian, they will stones them to death.
Based on what? What study?
The Quran, my friend. A book you have not read.
No.
You studied it.
What study?
Study.
What's your study?
It is all over our country. They get, we're not talking about 20 people. We're talking about hundreds of thousands of
What
votes.
study are you citing?
You can go on. I can take online. I can see it together. Okay. See, you're so foolish. You argue with me about something. I'm gonna die for you, and you're so stupid. You believe the Muslim tell you we love you. You're so foolish. Saying here today, and I promise you, one day, let me put it this way. Muslims have been trying to come to America for years. Muslims have been trying to come to America for years, and you have no idea about them. You got now the Muslim president, and you got the Muslim prime minister, the leaders of your country, and they're bringing them here. You have no idea what you're doing. I know my Muslim friends in Egypt, and we talk together. You know what they said? They said, we go to Canada, and then from Canada, we go to America. Because I went to the American embassy with some of my friends. Long line! You have no idea how big the line in front of the American embassy. Long line! You literally, somebody was waiting for 2-3 days to get to the door. And they go inside and they get rejection. So I said, what's happening? We're rejected. So what are you going to do? We're going to go to Canada. Or we're going to go to Mexico. We're going to cross the border. Some of these people, when they're standing in front of the line to get into the embassy, they will tell you, we love America, we appreciate America, we can't wait to go to America. America's better life. That's why I'm going to go to America. That's why I'm taking my family to America. They get the rejection. I hate the Americans infidels. I cannot wait for the day that I will go and blow up myself to kill the stupid American infidels. That's not... I'm sorry, what?
It's anecdotal, based on what study? Why don't you cite...
God bless you, brother. All Muslims are loving, peaceful. I am a hate monger. Love the Muslim, bring it to your family, marry them to your sisters and your daughters, and you'll be fine. Praise God. It is foolish. It is literally foolish to believe in anything about what I'm saying. That's okay, bro. That's okay. What's that?
This young man here, you lived in that country. You know for a fact how they are. He's asking you for a study.
Okay.
It shows his,
I tell you what, bro.
that shows his ignorance plus the
Okay. No talk about us. Guys, please, with all respect. In Fridays, Dad, sit down, Dad. In Fridays in Egypt, we're talking about what study? In Fridays in Egypt, all over the mosque in Egypt, they have what they call supplication, dua. What do you do in dua? Sister, listen. Your mockery is all entire 3 hours. Please listen.
That's with someone who doesn't know Jesus, and we just shut him out.
Well, what are you going to do? We give you the rest of your country to the Muslim to make him happy?
No, tell me.
Make him a president next to Obama. This is ridiculous. Listen to this. In the mosque in Egypt, on Fridays, you know what they say? Allahumma akhrib biyutahum. And thousands, amen. I don't need the statistics. I got my ear to hear it, my eyes to see it. Allahumma akhrib biyutahum. May Allah destroy their homes. And all the people say amen. May Allah make all the women orphan. And all the people say amen. May Allah make their children orphan, their women widows. And all the people say amen. May Allah burn their countries. And all the people say amen. You know what they're talking about? The Jews of Israel and the Christian of America. And you open your doors and your homes for these people. And the problem is, you are not leading them to Christ. They're here to marry your stupid daughters to raise Muslim baby. And many of your wicked churches are happy to marry them in their pulpits. Let's pray so we can leave. Guys, let's pray so we can leave. And I'm sorry, Mom, you have a question for the last 2 hours and I haven't got to you. Go ahead, I'm sorry. I apologize.
Two things. Are you afraid of Muslims? Because I'm not. And I know that you're here to try to win people to Christ, but you seem really angry.
Right.
And I'm going to suggest, in this voice, please, sir, will you try another way? Because it doesn't seem like you're anything but angry when you speak.
You don't speak. God bless. That's okay. First of all, I don't have fear of being Muslim, because if I'm afraid of Muslim, I'll be hiding in some cave. I've been doing this, sister, all my life since I came to this country, and I will do it until I die for you. Listen, number 2. The tone I'm saying, it is the same tone of Jesus Christ. When he went inside the temple, wait. When he went inside the temple, and he kicked the salesman and woman out of the temple, and the robes was made, and they were almost fighting to clean the temple. You should have some guts in your heart, and you do what I'm doing. Don't make a by one verse from the Bible and skip the rest of the Bible.
That's right.
If that Muslim man will touch my wife,
Amen.
or that Muslim man will touch my children, God is my witness. With all what I got, was the last bullet in his head.
Yes.
Just to touch them. Why? Because the same Bible said, third other cheek, said, love your wives as Christ loved the church. You know what Christ did for the church? He didn't give the church a bouquet of flour or chocolate to make her fat. Christ died on the cross for the church. And as a Christian, I must love my wife even to death. And if some Muslim will touch my wife and I'm standing there, I promise you, a bullet, a knife, a piece of wood, I will take him down until I'm dead. Then he can touch my wife. And by the way, what he will do to my wife or my son or to my country, America, the United States of America, I will take that Muslim without a second thought. That's why if we go on war today against the country of Egypt, my home country, I will wear the American uniform and I will shoot any Muslim or Christian from Egypt because I made an oath for this country. You have no idea what your parents did for you or your ancestors did for you, and you enjoy this freedom to throw it away to the enemy or want to use it, and you want me to speak soft. Let me say it again. If the 18-wheelers is coming to crush your grandchildren, you're not going to say, sweetheart, watch the 18-wheelers come. Ooh, it's too late. No, you shout, you yell, and there's nothing wrong to shout. John the Baptist was not a sissy guy. We got plenty of preachers in America are sissy. I say ministers are gay. I personally, these preachers are gay because, ladies and gentlemen, we need to love. We're going to meet the Muslim neighbor. I think that guy's a gay. That's what I believe. Why? Because John the Baptist was not a sissy guy. John the Baptist was a madman. John the Baptist, when he saw the Pharisees, he said, you snakes. He calls them all kind of names. He yelled. He didn't stand up in the corner like this, and he said, here it is. You head! You have no right to sleep with her! And he lost his head, and that was okay. And by the way, plenty of the prophets, Old Testament, New Testament, have lost their head because they spoke it in boldness. Jesus said, what I tell you in your ears, speak it off the top of your roofs. You don't tell on the top of the roof, ladies and gentlemen. No, ladies and gentlemen, from the top of the roof. It's okay to yell. It is okay to call Americans stupid because they are. It's okay to call you foolish because you are. And until you learn the truth about Islam and why I am doing what I'm doing, you will never have any respect for what I'm doing. You your way and to me my way. That's it. I didn't mean to insult anybody. If I insulted you, it's because I love you. You don't go to a doctor and the doctor found you have some cancer and that's it. Well, Brother Usama, we see here you have a small swallow in your kidneys, or we see here you have a small tiny swallow on your breast. No, they tell you, ladies, you have a cancer. Brother Usama, you have a cancer. And Brother Usama, because I love you, I'm going to put you under the surgery. I'm going to knock you down to put you to sleep. I'm going to cut you off. I'm going to take your kidney out. I'm going to take your breast out, the most beautiful part of your body God given you. I'm going to take these two breasts out. I'm going to give you chemotherapy, and I'm going to give you radiation because I love you, because I want you to live. No, that is not a doctor who hates you. That's a doctor who loves you.
Exactly.
If you want a doctor who loves you, say, everything is fine, just a little bit makeup. You know what? If you see this lump on your face, a little bit more red, more yellow, but green around your eyes, just keep living normally. You'll be dead in no time. I'm a doctor, and you're in a sick country, and I don't want you to die with your ignorance. I'm doing everything to help you, to raise you up, to love the Muslim. Muslims are dying in America, and they're going to hell simply because you choose not to tell them what I'm telling you today. All right, let's pray and we'll leave. And Father God, we give thanks to you because you love us so much. And you give us the one way to get to heaven. And the one name, which is the only name given under the heaven, which by him we will be saved. The name of Jesus Christ. I know so many Christians, they're baby Christian. And they're foolish. And they have no clue what they're doing. And because they are your people, they are Christian. And he told us, my people are destroyed for lack of knowledge. Not the enemy, not the wicked, not the ungodly, but my people. America, even the Christian America, who do not know the dangers and the seriousness of this matter, which we're talking about tonight, they will be destroyed because your word is true. Simply because they have zero knowledge about what I'm talking about. Let me hear some Muslim standing, speaking nothing but lies. That we love America. We love you, Christian. We believe in Jesus. We love you Jews and we believe in Moses. And we're your neighbors. Love us the same. Give us your daughters so we can marry them, so we can raise Muslim baby out of them. You cannot marry our daughters, but we need to take your daughters because we love you. Give us your country. Let us be your president and your senators and your congressmen. Let's change your laws to Sharia because Sharia is as beautiful as it is your constitution. And the stupid Americans, with their foolishness, are falling into these lies. And Lord Jesus, when you raise someone like me, a man is not worthy to do such ministry and speak the truth to the American people. Many of them will mock me and call me all these names. But that's okay. They mock Jeremiah. They mock Ezekiel. They mock you. I am nothing. But may the truth will set the American people free. We love you and we praise you. It's in Christ's name alone we pray. Amen. Amen.